Hey YouTube, this is Helsinki Rocks AGF with a room tour. Unlike a lot of people, I don't have, a specific game room. Since both me and my fiance are gamers, everything's here in the living room. I guess I'll go ahead and start off just by showing off a couple non-gaming things. That's my dog. Her name's Kasia. She's an Australian Kelpie that we rescued. We found her outside. It was a wild dog. And she was real skinny and sickly, and we brought her home. We've had her for over about a year now. She's a good girl. My fiance loves to collect owls, so she has an amazing owl collection. And if you'll notice, there's owl stuff all over our house. Some Christmas trees and stuff. Alright, so I guess we'll get started over here. There's my laptop with a Sub Pop sticker. Over here we have a Sonic thing that one of my friends got me for my birthday. Majora's Mask that my fiance wore to Halloween in 2010. A Luigi and a Pokeball with a Squirtle in it. I'm probably also going to point out some interesting things if I find them. This right here was a Game Boy that I bought a long time ago, and it didn't work, so I took it apart and I just painted it, and it's just a display piece. So there we got EA Active 2 and my 3DS box. Games here, PS3, and part of the Wii collection. The other part going into PlayStation 2. And GameCube. Finishing off the GameCube with the original Xbox games. Sorry about that. And then Dreamcast. The rest of my Dreamcast. DS and 3DS, those actually fell off the other day, so they're kind of not in order right now. And right here we have Guitar Hero Rock Band peripherals, a wireless router, my cell phone, my Pokemon Crystal Guide, which I've just been looking at lately since I just got it. A little table. I usually set this so I can have my laptop nearby when I'm playing games. Dragon Incense Burner. Model 1 Genesis and NES. My 3DS with a stack of games that I've been playing. This fancy stylus here, which I really like. It's big and it's like a pen. I use it for like games that have a lot of touchscreen emphasis. And here we just have controllers and my Okamiden pre-order screen cleaner, which I don't use. More controllers. And down here is just a bunch of stuff. Mostly cables. Okay, now systems. Switcher for all my TV, from all my stuff that use regular AV cables. My PS3, it's 120 gig. It's got a jump drive in it. SingStar PS2, and my Wii, which is hacked and is hooked up to that external hard drive right there. Have all my games on it, so I don't have to do any switching. Now, there's my Dreamcast. Moving down here, this is just a random assortment of things that I don't have any room for anywhere else. But to point out some of the interesting ones, a sealed copy of Link's Awakening on the Game Boy, Street Fighter 2 the movie, NES games, Super Mario. In the case right here, Super Mario Brothers 2 has the original receipt and the manual with it. Some games. Back there, more DS games and PS1 games. PSP and N64. These are all my Saturn games, which are disc only. The Wii special editions right there with Ocarina of Time box, and underneath all that is Xbox 360 and PC. Here's my Nintendo Pikachu Nintendo 64, which I've had since I was a child. Xbox, and yes, that is a VCR. I have it hooked up all the time because I like to watch old wrestling tapes. Under here, just random stuff. That's disc games, loose DS games, more cables and VHS tapes. Nothing too important in there. Nintendo 64 games. Point out some of my favorites: Wave Race, WCW NWO Revenge, MRC, WrestleMania 2000. Quite a lot of good games there. Let's go back up here. And some interesting stuff in here. These are my Atari plug and play. These are just games I've borrowed from my friend that I still need to give back to him. Fiance's DS, Game Boy Micro. Here's a funny story. Pokemon Sapphire. This is my original one. I actually, if you look right here, and this is where I keep my other Game Boy games. Oh, where is it? Right here. I have two. This one I bought because for the longest time I thought I lost my original. So I bought this years ago. I bought this like 3 or 4 years ago. Well, we moved back into this house. This used to be where my mom lived, and then she moved out, and I grew up here. And then later on, me and my fiance actually moved in here. But I was cleaning out the vents, the air conditioner vents and the heater vents, and I just happened to see a shining blue thing, and lo and behold I pulled it out, and it was my original Pokemon Sapphire. It's just been in a heater vent for like the last 7 years probably, and I found it, and I thought that was really cool. Some other ones, interesting Game Boy games to talk about here. My original Pokemon Red version, which has an actual complete Pokedex on it. This is my original yellow version, and the battery had quit working on it a few years ago. I bought a replacement, which is in a lot better shape. And then I actually fixed this one just today, so it works again. And that's all my Game Boy stuff. And then right here is my CD and DVD collection. I'll point out some of my favorite CDs. Clutch, Robot Hive, Exodus is awesome. Flogging Molly, Green River, great band. Jimi Hendrix, John Lennon. Oh, what do we got down here? Sex Pistols, absolutely love the Sex Pistols. A local band called Amish Electric Chair, worth a good listen. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Reverend Peyton's Big Damn Band. If you haven't heard of them, you need to listen to them. The Jumping Bald-Headed Jesuses, which is my sister's ex-boyfriend's band, and they're awesome. I love them. I still keep in touch with them. The Who, 69 Eyes Temple of the Dog, Pink Floyd, Pixies, Johnny Cash. I love Johnny Cash. Lead Belly. Here's a great band. Long Way. I have both of their albums. They're a punk band from California. Seen them at the Warped Tour a few years ago. Really underground. Metallica. My favorite band of all time, Nirvana. Here we go, Ozzy, but only the Randy Rhoads albums because that's my favorite Ozzy guitar player. Mary Lou Lord. And then movies. I don't really buy a lot of movies because I'm not really into them. I pretend to watch them one time and then never want to watch them again, but these are just some of my favorites. Clint Eastwood, Fistful of Dollars trilogy, Charlie Brown, Christmas and stuff like that. Boondock Saints 1 and 2. I'm a huge wrestling fan. CM Punk and Wade Barrett are my two current favorites. The Crow, The Fifth Element, Inglourious Bastards, Lewis Black, Pulp Fiction. Some music DVDs there, mostly Nirvana, Jimi Hendrix. Let's see. I got this when I got my guitar. It came with it, my Kurt Cobain signature. I filmed this for $1. How to play every track on Axis Bold is Love. The making of Nirvana's Nevermind. Some other great movies in here. I found this. It was only released in Europe. It's a little documentary about the lead singer of the band Google Bordello, who are awesome. I found that at a local store for $1. Casino Royale, Doctor Strangelove is amazing. Rocky movies, I love Lewis Black. Yu Yu Hakusho, wrestling DVDs. Once Upon a Time in the West, which was actually recommended to me. I haven't got around to watching it yet. Some Dragon Ball Z and stuff. Down there's mostly TV shows and stuff like that. Oh, the Nirvana box set. Now, going over here past my couch, the tree's in the way. This stuff's normally a lot more accessible. My fiance's laptop, my vinyl record collection, my record player. And then down here, there's a lot of stuff. There's books and stuff in there. Yu-Gi-Oh cards. This is my Game Boy Advance SP. Under there is my original fat Game Boy, the clear one. My original Game Boy Advance. All my different Game Boys and Yu-Gi-Oh decks. There's a lime green one. The gold and silver special edition. The first Game Boy I ever got, which is the teal one. It's my original one. And this one, which is like brand new, had the factory batteries in it when I got it from a Goodwill for like $5. And it came with a carrying case and a couple games. Down here is mostly old strategy guides and magazines and stuff. My Game Gears in that big black case. And then lastly, on this table there's some Pikachu stuff, my Game Cubes, Dreamcast box, lots of fun stuff. I don't normally like to make super long videos, but you know, I thought I'd like to do it and talk about a couple of things I got up here. My Black Mesa badge that I got at Comic-Con, and some Kurt Cobain styled sunglasses, a new old stock Game Boy Color protector. That's really it. So thanks for watching, guys.